We all want happiness in our own lives, and we want it for our teams as well as for our clients. So, a question is, do our actions and decisions actually lead to happiness? Well, every day, every single day, we make decisions. And what we know are those decisions will either positively impact on our future or they might detract from our future in some way. Equally, we know our actions and decisions will either positively impact on how we feel today and in the short term, or they could detract from how we feel at this particular moment and point in time. And of course, happiness is realized when we know that our actions and decisions are indeed taking us to where we want to be longer term, but making us feel good today and in the process. If we're making decisions which positively impact on our future, but take away from how we're feeling today, well, that's where frustration can quickly creep in, and we may not remain committed to those actions and decisions, even though they could be in our best interests. An example might be where we're asked to cut back on our spending. Now, we might be asked to cut back on our spending because it positively impacts on where we're going to be longer term. But if we don't feel good about it, if we don't feel good about how we're living our lives, frustration can be heightened. And again, with frustration, we may not remain committed to those particular decisions, even though it will help us in the long term. If our actions and decisions make us feel good today, but take away from where we're going to be in the future, that's where we can feel guilty. And in fact, if we feel guilty, we're more likely to repeat the same exercise that gave rise to feeling guilt in the first place. An example might be where we choose to spend money on material items that we actually know we can't afford. And we do so because it makes us feel good today, even though we're going to suffer the consequences longer term. And of course, if we're making decisions which negatively impact on our future, but negatively impact on how we're feeling today, that's where despair can creep in. And that's where we can make some very serious negative life choices. And so we don't want to be in this quadrant for any length of time. So the challenge is to reframe our thought process so that we're continually making positive and good choices that impact on our future, but also make us feel good today. And often it's really as a mindset issue as much as anything else. Now, of course, when we get this right within our businesses, what it leads to is a greater sense of happiness and a greater sense of loyalty from both our teams and our clients. And with it, a greater rate of referrals, which is really the easiest way that we can grow our businesses and help even more people achieve happiness in their lives.